Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about every single book I read in January. This month was not very good just because I had a lot of stuff going on. I had a lot of dance stuff and school was kind of hectic, but next month I'm definitely going to do a lot better. But this month I read 6 full books, but I am currently reading some that I might finish before the month ends, so we'll see. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Urban Prince by Tahasa Odette. This book is the second book in the Entangled with Fae series. I love the first book so much. That was a 5-star book for me, and I just had high expectations for this book. I gave it a 4 stars, but it was good. I just didn't love it as much as the first one. The vibes were really good. It's just the plot was a little bit lacking for me in this one compared to the last one. So 4 stars. I highly recommend this series so far. There are 5 books in the series so far that I know of. I recommend this series, just I like the first one better. Next book is A Good Lie by A.R. Torrey. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I gave this book a 3 stars. It was good. I honestly don't remember much about it, and I read it not that long ago. So this book is basically about this doctor. She has a dad that's in jail for murder, and it's like 20 something years later, and there's a copycat killer, and she's like really freaked out. She's like, I don't know who's doing this. I don't know. My dad is still in jail. I don't know what's going on. And it's just kind of forget what happened at the end, but in the moment I was really enjoying this one. I thought the plot twist was kind of good in the end, and I think the book was just a solid 3 stars. The next book is Local Women Missing by Mary Kabuka. I outlined different POVs, and there's just so much that goes around this book. I did kind of guess the plot twist at the end, and some of the plot, like, this book is a thriller. It's very, very good. I think this book was definitely the top thriller I read this month, because I did read a couple of them, but this one was so good. I thought the plot twist at the end was amazing. All of like the little hints that you get throughout the book, I just thought back at, and it was like so descriptive, and I just love the story. There's different POVs, different timelines, and it's just so amazing. Highly recommend this one. I gave it a 4 stars. Next book is probably my favorite of the month. This book I have been wanting to read for a while now, but I just finally got to it, and it is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I think this is so good. Okay, if you were kind of unsure if like it's gonna live up to the hype, stuff like that, it is going to. I'm guarantee you that. Okay, it is basically a Hunger Games. It's very Hunger Games-esque. There's a lot of elements in that book from this book, but the storyline and the characters are what just sold it. I was like so happy about like when reading this book. I just thought that the end was crazy. I'm still not okay, honestly, and I can't not wait 5 months until the next book comes out, so that's great. But I highly recommend this book. This was actually 5 stars of the month, and I just cannot stop thinking about this book and these characters. Highly recommend this one. Please read it if you haven't yet. Books on my Kindle. So the first one is The Last Flight by Julia Clark. This book was interesting, okay? It was very slow sometimes, and I definitely guessed the plot twist at the end, which was kind of sad, but it was okay, honestly. I gave it a 2.5 stars. Definitely wasn't my favorite of the month, probably my least favorite. Honestly, do I recommend this one? Not really. I think it was kind of a waste of time. It took me so long to get through this book. Like, I read it from January 7th to the 24th. I did kind of slowly read this book because it was so boring at some parts, and honestly, I'm kind of sad I wasted my time. I should have DNF'd it, but I didn't, so. Next is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I love this author. You guys know this already. I've read so many of her books, and this book, I'm not gonna say it, but was kind of disappointing because I kind of guessed what was gonna happen. Everybody has said that this book has amazing plot twists at the end, and I just didn't see it. Like, I don't know what the amazing plot twist was. You know what I mean? Like, everyone says that the plot twist and the twists and turns of this book is crazy, but honestly, I kind of guessed most of them, and it was kind of obvious, I feel like. But it was still a really good book. I love the characters, and the plot always hits so hard with her books. I gave it a 4 stars. Next, I'm going to talk about the 2 books I'm currently reading. I don't know if I'm going to finish both of them by the end of the month, just because there's like 2 or 3 days left of this month. So I have 2 books, probably will be going into February, and probably will be going into that wrap up as well, just to give my final thoughts. But let's start with Educated by Tara Westover. This is actually a memoir. This book talks about a lot of like education and what it's like not having it, and what it's like not having a great education to fall back on, and just a lot about that. And family, there's a lot about family, I feel like, in this book. I just feel like this book is very interesting, and something I don't really read a lot is memoirs. Again, I'm not very far into this at all. I'm 50 something pages into it, but I would like to finish this one by the end of the month. I'm hoping to just fly through it soon, but again, it's going to be my February wrap up just for my final thoughts. Next is Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. I still cannot get over this name, but this cover is like so beautiful. I cannot get over it. I just find myself literally staring at it. But this book honestly has a complex storyline, I feel like, but there's just like different timelines, this kind of world that he builds in his story, and I'm so invested into it. I'm literally only 30 something pages into it, but I'm so excited to continue. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this one again by the end of the month, but it's definitely going to be my February wrap up. This one is definitely a 5-star contender for right now, but I'm really liking it so far. Throughout the books I read in January, I cannot believe I've read so many good books this month. My favorites of the month is definitely Powerless for a fantasy, and then Local Women Missing for a thriller if you're looking for a new recommendation. But I'm so happy you guys watched this video. If you liked it, of course, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!